I said I'm being reckless from here on out.
Damn. It is.
Don't take any of my claims as true. Just enjoy me having fun with it.
It is two pros and a cup of Joe here on Fox Sports Radio. LeVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you here. Coming up top of next hour, a little over 10 minutes from now, Albert Breer's going to stop by. We'll get to hear from AB, who's probably going to be gloating about Ohio State's standing in the college football playoff rankings. But we'll catch up with AB again a little over 10 minutes from now here on FSR. And right now, it's time to hand out an award on this show. It's our Express Pros Pro of the Week, and the award goes to...
Coming to Kerr. Broken back, ground ball. Betts has it, steps on the bag. The throw to first. Double play from backs against the wall to back. The Dodgers cement their dynasty.
And it was Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the mound yet again, who gets the World Series MVP trophy. He's also our Express Pros Pro of the Week. Getting a new job can be so much easier with Express Employment Professionals. With Express, you'll have a local connection to the job market. Get started at expresspros.com to find a location near you. That's www.expresspros.com. He was 3-0 with a 1.09 ERA in the World Series, winning Game 6, winning Game 7. He struck out 15, only walked 2 over 17 and 2/3 innings in the World Series. This is a guy who, by the way, just signed a 12-year, $325 million contract before the season. So if anybody's looking to get paid, looking to get paid. You guys, I never had a shot because I wasn't a good athlete. You guys should have just kept playing baseball. I mean, think about all that money you would have.
I told you I got kicked in the face, and that was it for me. I wanted a face mask and a helmet to protect me if I was going to be out there. Or basketball.
You got cleated?
Good. I just stopped growing. I told you I dove for a ball. The ball was hit. The ball was thrown to me to tag. Just catch the ball, routine. Catch the ball, tag the base. Like you're out at first. Like generally, right? I was first baseman. They throw a wild ball, and I dive for the ball, and I get the ball, and I don't know why this person decided to slide into first base, but they did. They slid into first base and kicked me right in my eye, man. That was it. I walked off holding my face. That looked like I got punched, it was bad.
You got cleated?
Yeah. Kicked right in the face, man.
Any blood?
I don't remember if there was blood. It probably was. I mean, it was a cleat, and my face was swollen, bro. Like, it was swollen, like I got punched by Mike Tyson. Looked like my face blew up. So, and I had to go to church the next day. So I wore sunglasses into the church. So immediately upon walking into the church, everybody's like, "What happened? What happened?" Before they even see it, because I got sunglasses on. So I take my sunglasses off.
Like
I didn't wear a cap.
The one I was with? Oh, okay.
I didn't wear a cap.
That was a pretty fancy hat, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, we weren't inside. We weren't inside. When I went to church, we were inside, and I had sunglasses on, and that was before wearing sunglasses was cool. But I took it off, and everybody was like, "Damn!" It was bad. That was it. Never played again.
At Bank of America, we asked our people, how do you take ownership of your career?
I'm able to grow my way by putting the priorities that I have for my career first.
I thrive on being a leader who's behind the team, not in front of the team.
Every few years, I'm being re-energized because I get to do something different and learn something new.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
A crash on 183 northbound blocks off the entrance ramp at Loop 360. And looking at other major highways this morning, you're issue-free on I-35 northbound from 620 over to Runberg, about a 10-minute drive. And under 5 minutes making that change on Mopac southbound from 183 to 45th Street. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
In 20628.
Electrical problems are a warning. Flickering lights, warm switches, bulbs burning out too soon, all need attention. I trust Abacus licensed electricians. Their years of experience make an electrical problem no problem. No wonder they say Abacus. You can count on us.
You love your home, but sometimes it feels like it's running your life. Leaky faucets, overgrown hedges, and that room you've been meaning to repaint. Sometimes it's just too much. With AirTasker, finding help is simple. Post your task, set your budget, and let local taskers take care of it. It's like having a personal handyman for all the projects on your to-do list. Download AirTasker or visit us at airtasker.com today and make your home work for you, not the other way around. AirTasker. Get anything done.
Black Friday savings are here at the Home Depot, which means it's time to add new cordless power to your collection. Right now, when you buy a select battery kit from one of our top brands like Ryobi or Milwaukee, you'll get a select tool from that same brand for free. Click into one of our best deals of the season and stock up on tools for all your upcoming projects. Get Black Friday savings happening now at the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $150,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at henna.com. Together, let's drive.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart. Live concerts. Getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. Get the latest info about COVID-19 vaccines at getvaccineanswers.org. It's up to you. Brought to you by iHeartRadio and the Ad Council.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Prediction Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Coach Vic Schaefer speaks about the big matchup that they have Friday night. Joel Klatt discusses Texas football. Eric Henry of Orange 247 joins us to talk Charlotte. That's right. He was at the game against Duke. We will have NHL, NBA, and NFL talk. And of course, for entertainment purposes only, folks, we give you our predictions for the week. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And of course, we have our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion, all you got to do is leave us a message by using that TalkBack feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. That's the one where you have us program number 1 on your preset and have our podcast program number 2 on your preset. So make sure you leave us a message. If it's good enough, you might even hear it on air.
If it's good enough.
Now, there's a couple of things that I want to get into, but first we're going to talk Texas basketball. But before we get too deep into Texas basketball, I want to clown on somebody.
Uh-oh.
I want to clown on Jaylen Brown. Now, Mark, you and I, we are hair challenged. Our follicles are not where they used to be on the top of our head. You know what I'm saying? Like some things have changed in our lives.
Do I have to agree?
Are you going to try to disprove me?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not.
But I want you to hear this right here. And the folks out there, it is what you think it is.
Oh, this is not an offensive foul. Oh, no. Jaylen Brown got another victim right there. I'm not.
For those that are not aware of Jaylen Brown is a basketball player that plays in the NBA for the Boston Celtics. He's made a lot of money in his career, so therefore he can do some things that maybe a lot of people want to do but can't do. One thing he has done is embarrassed himself multiple times by staining people's clothes because he got the spray. He got the hairspray, and not the kind to hold it in place, the kind to make it look a little bit darker. And so what he is doing is wiping his head on people's chests, and it's coming off in the middle of the game.
Again.
Third time is the charm, Mark. And then he talking about AI, this is getting ridiculous. Talking about it was manufactured. I'm like, how's this happening in the middle of the game? So if y'all are challenged with the hair follicle growth, let it go. Let it go.
You gonna do it frozen?
Hey, let it go. Because those follicles are frozen. They can't come out.
Listen, I want to know why people are drawing hairlines.
I.e. Jaylen Brown. That's spray
Why?
paint. That's spray paint. All right, so I'm gonna disclose
get a tattoo.
something. I'm gonna get
a tattoo.
All right, I'm gonna share something real quick.
Oh, here we go.
So Mark and I, yeah, we go get haircuts. Yeah, we do. We sometimes we go to the shop. Well, one time I went to the shop and I wasn't paying attention to what was happening to me. Left, went and met up with a buddy of mine, and he was like, "Man, your beard looks good. The line looks good." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man. Just got a cut, wasn't paying attention, not paying attention to it." I get home and I scratch my face, and I'm like, got ink on me? Where was I at? I was thinking I was at work.
He Beijinged you?
He Beijinged me.
Oh, man.
So
for those that don't know, I'm gonna let you in.
You gonna pull the curtain back?
I'm gonna pull the curtain back to the cookout.
Yeah.
In the Black community, there's this substance called Beijing that is brushed into a beard to make it, and they have brown. They actually have gray Beijing. They have black.
They color code to your skin tone.
Color code to your skin tone.
Yeah. I was Beijinged.
Hardge got Beijing.
Not only
dark black or
black, like
blick.
Because when they give you the mirror, you look at the mirror and you just kind of, oh yeah, I'm good. Go ahead. I'm good. Shine me up. Go ahead. Let me get up out of here.
You didn't notice when you left there that you was 32?
No, until people kept looking. People kept looking at me. It was like,
man, that's sharp.
Like, man, what are you doing different?
Did you
Mike?
lose weight?
Yeah, you're glowing. You're glowing. No, I got there.
I got Beijing,
and I had to tell them next time. I said, hey man, you can do all the lining me up, but don't paint me. Don't paint me.
Oh my God, that's so good.
So
at least ask first.
Right.
Yeah, at least ask me.
But it was like, they're doing everything. So
you probably thought it was beard oil.
Exactly. I thought I was gonna walk out there glistening. And nope.
Okay, Marcus Spears.
I was like,
not our Marcus Spears.
I was not glistening. I was, hey man, I really love what they did to your beard. And I'm like, yeah. They took all the gray out. I was like, what? Why is everybody so complimentary of me today? I'm like, man, I felt good.
You came out of there. I was 32 years old.
Strutting. I was like, oh yeah. And then all of a sudden I looked, I'm like, did I get ink in my office?
Why am I melting?
Why is it running on my shirt? Like, what is going on? So, in other words, if
they're gonna ban it now,
they have to.
I guarantee you that they're gonna say, "Listen, guys, this is a mandate across the entire NBA. We have a epidemic of Beijing being rubbed on people's jerseys."
I'm telling you,
and there's no more Beijing, no more hair coloring, no more powder. They got powder too.
Trust me.
So you seen the old guys put the powder on?
I've seen it.
Y'all gotta stop.
Jaylen Brown's gotta stop. You are an NBA player. Everybody loves the ball dude, right?
Just cut it off.
Cut it off. Cut it off. And
makes you
there's some college players that need to cut it off.
Yeah, you cut it off and make you aerodynamic.
Why you say stop it? Because you know where I'm going.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Stop snitching.
Yeah, don't do it,
hey,
man.
Don't come out. They caught you. We got some stuff close to home that need to be. Yeah, I want to introduce some people to my barber.
No. Well, as long as it's not the one that is coloring on. And giving you the.
Is that why you changed barbershops?
Yes. Yes,
because he Beijing'd you.
But he was still my barber. He went to a different.
We're doing a whole segment on how you got Beijing.
But the reason being is because Jaylen Brown is out here leaving his mark not only on the NBA but on players that are trying to guard him. They don't even want to guard him no more.
How about the announcer saying, "Oh man, that's gonna leave a mark. Look, he did it again.
He did it again. He's been Jaylen Brown." He's been stained.
Wow.
And here's the other part of this. He's trying to call other people to help him. He reached out to LeBron. It was like, LeBron, tell them this is real.
He's literally doing it. We got caught.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, LeBron went to Istanbul.
That's what he talked about. He said, "Where'd you go in Turkey?"
Yeah, man, just go to Istanbul, man. Like they got, man. I've been on a plane several times, and you see these guys with their head wrapped up like in a turban like thing. It's bandaging because they go overseas and they get the hair grafting and you have to let it sit. There's John Cena just recently had it done. And listen,
really, dude?
It came out. It was out. I'm not exposing anything.
Yeah, this
has been talked about a whole lot over this last year.
Let me see.
Yeah, you Google it.
Yeah.
John Cena had it done, came back, looks amazing, by the way. Looks at least 20 years younger. And I think that if you want to do that. Bam Bam Bigelow, one of my favorite big man wrestlers growing up. He started losing his hair. You know what he did? Shaved it bald, got a tattoo of a flaming fire all over his head.
I'm not doing that.
You're not gonna do that?
I'm not gonna do flaming.
I'm not either. But nonetheless, they took the directive of how do I want to make it comfortable for me, and not I'm gonna put paint on it. That don't even make sense. That means you got to do it every day. You got to paint every day.
That's the problem. Like, you are an NBA basketball player. You are
82
sweating.
games.
And you are sweating the entire time. And now you are...
It's running down your face.
You can't... You got to stop, man. Let it go, fellas. Fellas, listen. It is Mental Health Month. It is Prostate Cancer Awareness. It is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. It is Movember. This is no shade, but they talking about your face. They not talking about your head.
Go get checked.
Cut your hair.
And stop with the Beijing.
Bruh.
Stop it.
It is not that sad out there. You can't even wear hats, bro. You can't wear hats.
The inside of their hat look like
an infield on the baseball field. I'm sorry, folks. I had to get that off my chest. When we come back, we'll hear from Vic Schaefer, talk about their big matchup that they have this weekend, all right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
In their inaugural season in the SEC, the Texas Longhorns made history.
For the first time in 22 years, the Texas women are headed for the Final Four.
Now, they're back to finish what they started.
To the hoop, and she scores! And she scores!
Marvin will hoist it from half court and makes it.
Listen to Texas women's basketball all season long on 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
The interchange ramp going from 183 northbound over to Loop 360 is partially blocked off by an accident, and this same crash also blocks off the right lane heading northbound on 183. A new accident at the corner of Breaker Lane and Lamar Boulevard, and also stop-and-go traffic I-35 northbound between Onion Creek and William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Score huge deals on your perfect bed at Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Stop in today and let the sleep experts find the right upgrade for your unique needs. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. It was a fast and furious start in Austin, Texas, as the Texas Longhorns struck on the very first play of the game, with Arch Manning hitting Ryan Wingo for a 75-yard touchdown, electrifying the DKR Texas Memorial Stadium crowd against the Vanderbilt Commodores. Manning was locked in all night, 328 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and no turnovers. And that Texas defense came to play. 6 sacks and a stifling effort that held the Vanderbilt Commodores to just 58 yards rushing through 3 quarters. Texas led 34-10 before the Commodores made it interesting late, but the Horns got the onside kick to go out of bounds and held on to win 34-31. Texas moves to 7-2, 4-1 in SEC play, and of course staying firmly in the playoff conversation. Arch Manning continues growing, the defensive pass rush is improving, and the Texas Longhorns are finding ways to win. This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Dummy Rinse tonight. And I need it more. My king was the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do. I'm always in the dark. The sweat and that short smells like a dog. Dummy Rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders' soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
We started Henyon and Walsh for people like you. People with integrity, honesty, and loyalty. The result? We care about you and your investment success. We're dedicated to your financial goals, so we'll always give you our best efforts because you've earned it. We're Henyon and Walsh and committed to you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henning & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henning & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text EDGE to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text EDGE to 321-321. That's EDGE to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Washington Secondary School Athletic Administrators Association.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 13. Coming up in the next segment, 7:34, we'll have our guy Eric Henry of 247, who's embraced the bonus. Let's just say that.
Part of the 1300 Zone haircut.
He's part of the Milk Dug Coalition. Because that's where we are right now. We're part of the Milk Dug Coalition.
We're like the
right?
M&Ms.
Yeah, that we're right here. We're right here. We're playing, but we are just like the M&Ms. Texas women's basketball had a big matchup to open the season, 123-51 against Incarnate Word. But the competition picks up this week as they get ready to take on Richmond. Richmond Spiders come in this weekend. This Friday night, 7 o'clock. They're the number 24 ranked team in the country. And this is a big matchup for Coach Vic Schaefer and his squad. And here's Coach Vic yesterday talking about the victory and where they are right now.
It's really early for us to be playing somebody in the top 25 and to be playing somebody like a Richmond who plays way different than a lot of people can very talented, well coached. Big kids are really agile and athletic and stretch in and shoot it from range, and guards are outstanding. Dugan is a monster, and so we're going to have to play really well. I think Monday was a good start for us. Probably shared the ball better than I can remember. Really didn't have any dead ends offensively. Thought we made a lot of really good reads, extra passes, things like that. That maybe in years past we've really maybe struggled with a little bit, and so I'm certainly encouraged by that. And we had yesterday off, so we'll have 2 good days of prep, and got to get ready to play on Friday night against a top 25 team that, by the way, just won by a lot as well. So excited to see my team today. As every day, it seems like we'll be down 2 or 3 players. How long, I have no idea. So if Danny's on, don't even ask me. But it is what it is. This is today's world and today's deal. So we'll practice with whoever we got.
he was messing
I
up
love
one day.
Coach Schaefer, man. He's so real.
Yeah, he is. And he gets it. You know what I'm saying? He knows what it takes to get to a certain level. And what this Texas women's basketball team did last year was only the starting point. This is where Coach Vic Schaefer is trying to every day he wants to see these players grow and get better and better and better. And that's why you go out in the transfer portal and you get some people to come in to fill those voids. He said the other day, there'll never be another Shea Holly that can come here and play the way that Shea Holly and brought it every single day. So there's multiple pieces that have to fill that void. But one of the biggest things that he's been able to do is get some freshmen involved. We talked about Aaliyah Crump, and he was asked, what have you seen from your freshmen?
I've really been pleased with both my freshmen, Grace and Aaliyah. Aaliyah's, man, she's going to be great, y'all. She's got a presence about her. She plays with tremendous confidence. I just, I think that kid's going to be really special. And she's already done some really special things here. She's a great kid, an incredible young lady. And, love her family, been raised right, the whole 9 yards. And so she's been great. Grace is still probably trying to figure it out a little bit. She got here late. She didn't get to go with us to Canada. She wasn't even here at school yet. And so she's still learning plays and trying to figure out speed of the game and those kinds of things. But I like her competitiveness. And, she's somebody that can shoot the ball pretty well. Made a 3 the other night in the game. So both those kids have been great. They're great kids. They work extremely hard. And again, really excited about both of them and what they bring to the table. Aaliyah, she just, man, I love her confidence. Like, the kid plays with a little bit of a swag to her, and she's just a freshman. So again, I think she's going to be really special.
I said it from the beginning, watching her shoot the basketball, it's effortless. It's not like she's forcing the shot. She's smooth with her shot. And as we talked about, I mean, there's a reason why she was the number 5 ranked player in the country. For Texas to pull that off, that's big.
In the first sound that we had of Coach Vic, he talked about the extra passing.
Mm-hmm.
Players will make extra passes when they know they have somebody that can make shots. Like, I'm gonna give it up just so I know I can get it back and put them in a spot where they have an easier shot. Changes the probability altogether.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah, and this team is going to be fun to watch. As I said, they will be playing, this Friday, 7 o'clock tip-off, but you can hear all the action right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, with the voice, Craig Way, and, of course, Kathy Harston. And, look, here's the biggest thing. This Texas basketball team is going to be challenged. This is an early look at it. As he was talking about, this is not what he had looked forward to, playing a number 24 ranked team at the beginning of the season. But coach knows the drill, and you got to be tough early to peak late.
Yeah, no, I've always thought what we did on the track in August and September is what allowed us to be so tough in March and April. And unfortunately, because of the calendar and where we start playing now, my track workouts were cut short because we started practice way earlier than I ever have. And so I've always believed those 6 weeks on the track and in the indoor practice facility at 6 a.m. on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays were always that's where we develop some toughness. You can condition at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the gym when it's 70 and sunny, inside or outside. It doesn't matter. But to do it the way we've always done it, to get up, everybody got the same pair of shorts, same T-shirt, same socks, same workout shoes, being ready to go at 6 a.m. It's always, to me, that's always been about toughness and discipline, being able to get up, eat something before you come out here and get your conditioning workout in. If you don't, it's going to be really hard and really challenging. So, we just didn't have that this year, which is concerning to me because I've never had such a short period of time, but we'll see how it all works out. I know our kids are working really hard right now, and we continue to build toughness in our practices now, because we have competitive practices. Our practices are very competitive. We have competitive drills. We practice, every day with competition in mind, being the best we can be in whatever drill it is. And then our men's practice team is really good. So hopefully we'll be okay.
I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah, you find out who your players are in these competitive practices, what they can do. And I like the philosophy of teamwork. Everybody wear the same thing. We're going to start at 6 a.m. on the nose. If you got to get up and eat, get up an hour early and get the butterflies out. That was one of Jacob's problems he always had growing up. He didn't want to eat anything, and I'm like, bro, you're not going to have enough energy to finish a real hard practice. So get up an hour early and eat an egg and a piece of toast at minimum, something.
Yeah.
And that's what he's saying. He's teaching them quality habits. And that's what that training does. I hate that they didn't get to, finish it.
Yeah. Well, it's through the season. You continue to work throughout all of this. And that's why Texas looks at these types of games as a building point to where you get to the end of the season and you're ready to go because all the challenges have already been in front of you. And of course, they play in the SEC.
Right.
So it's going to be tough enough as we go. Coming up next, we're going to talk to our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247, as he breaks down what happened in Charlotte. And of course, we got to get his thoughts on the college football playoff rankings right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
The interchange ramp going from 183 northbound over to Loop 360 is partially blocked off by an accident, and this same crash also blocks off the right lane heading northbound on 183. A new accident at the corner of Breaker Lane and Lamar Boulevard, and also stop-and-go traffic I-35 northbound between Onion Creek and William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation. Fewer daylight hours this time of year can make it harder for drivers to see pedestrians. Cross the street only at intersections and crosswalks. And when it's dark, carry a flashlight or wear reflective material. Be safe. Walk smart. A message from TxDOT.
When I wake up, the best mornings in the morning light start with Wrangler. Pull on my jeans and I feel all right. Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my blue jeans on.
Good mornings make for better days.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my blue jeans on.
Wrangler, long live Cowboys. Available at Cavender's.
Hey, Texas fans, Craig Way here. It's time to kick off your deck project with TimberTech. A real decking all-star, TimberTech is the #1 brand in premium decking. It delivers real wood looks without the costly maintenance, and it will never rot, warp, splinter, or peel. Plus, with industry-leading warranties, you know your deck will perform at the top of its game season after season. Take a look, and you'll be hooked. Order free samples online at timbertech.com.
Your Valpak Blue envelope of savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit Valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
For over 80 years, Austin Telco Federal Credit Union has been putting our community first. With 24 locations across the greater Austin area, we're here to help with every stage of life. Buying a car or home, saving for family, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. Enjoy high deposit rates, low loan rates, and no monthly service fees. Plus, manage your money anytime with our powerful digital banking tools, including credit score monitoring and budgeting made easy. Open your account today online or in person. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela! Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Luka Doncic dropped in 35 as the Lakers rallied in the fourth quarter, then held on, beat the Spurs for their fifth straight win. Victor Wembanyama, 19 points before fouling out late in the fourth quarter. Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud in concussion protocol will not play Sunday against the Jags. Davis Mills will get the start under center. Cowboys on a bye this week. I'm Bronza Moss.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz. Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
I'm Cal Penn, and on my new podcast, Here We Go Again, we'll take today's trends and headlines and ask, why does history keep repeating itself? Each week, I'm calling up my friends like Bill Nye, Lily Singh, and Pete Buttigieg to talk about everything from the space race to psychedelics.
You're a citizen of Earth, Cal.
My goal here is for you to listen and feel a little better about the future. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Here We Go Again with Cal Penn, and listen now.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Texas Longhorns.
Prediction Thursday, but this week I'm going to let it slide because there's no game for the Texas Longhorns. But there's always game when it comes to our guy, Eric Henry of Horns247. You can follow him on social media at Eric C. Henry _. And E, before we get into your trip to Charlotte and talk about the college football playoffs, I appreciate the fact that you're not one of them brothers that will put Beijing on your head and try to make it look a little darker. Jalen Brown.
Hey, Arch, Mark, good morning. I'm going to tell a super quick story, all right? So, super quick, all right? So, if you know me, you know, I've always been thin. And even in my best years, you know, I'm talking about like 18, 19, 20. You always saw the middle was like, oh, all right, that's not going to last long. Yo, Hardge, I wasn't put up on the Beijing game early. So the barber was like, hey, we can fill this in for you real quick, make it look a little better. I'm like, all right, bet. He does a little thing. I'm like, all right, he even gave me little fake waves. Man, I hopped in the shower and saw all come out. I said, well, I can't say what I said, but I was like, man, I was put on the Beijing game early to go, man, we got to make sure you got a good head. Good head to, you know, shave this off.
That's what we said. I was like, man, just let it go, bro. It's okay. They like us when we bald head. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, you had a Beijing specialist.
Hey, Mark.
Waves?
Waves, I tell you. Waves, I tell you.
I love it. I love it, man. So talk about the trip to Charlotte. I mean, you are one of the hardest working men out here. It's an off week for football, but you know what? You had to get out there and go and start the Sean Miller era. What was one of your biggest takeaways or a couple of your biggest takeaways from what you saw from this basketball team?
Yeah, first off, Hardge, you said, there's no prediction. Texas men's basketball is playing on Saturday. They're playing somebody. I don't know who. But they're playing somebody they should beat.
Lafayette.
Is it Lafayette? Okay, I thought it was Lafayette. Okay, so I was right. I am on my job. No, as far as takeaways from the first game, I'm going to tell you this right now, all right? I wrote a piece. It's up at horns247.com, and basically the gist of it is saying that, hey, you saw on night one that there's reason for optimism. Reason for optimism with the Sean Miller era. Hardge, Mark, the level of physicality from this team, especially in the post, all right? Listen, we all respect Caden Shedrick. That guy fought as hard as he could. 6'11", 210. His game was just not being physical and banging in the post. Matis Vokatitis. Guys, not only is Matis the guy who's going to put his shoulder in you, and he looked like, Steve Sarkisian could use some of that, put your shoulder in the middle of some guy's chest. But guys, I don't know if y'all saw this. When he would get tangled with some of the Duke players, after play, he's like, get your hand off me. That level of physicality in the post. Lacina Traore, even though he, his offensive game still isn't there yet because he missed all of last year with the knee injury. He was a double-double guy at Long Beach State. Just getting rebounds. For lack of a better analogy, I'm going to say playing that Zarek Onyema role, except he was good for 8-9 boards, even in the game that you didn't really see that type of impact. So physicality down low. The second thing is it felt to me, for me at least, the guards, it's going to be a work in progress. You need more scoring from the guards. We know that. But Jordan Pope does feel as if he's more equipped with this team. Remember, he was Oregon State's leading scorer his 2 years there. Came here last year, looked like a guy without any real purpose. He looks better suited in that role off the bench. That was his 100th career game, only his 4th career game off the bench. Looks like he's going to excel in that 6-man role. But Sean Miller did say the lineups are fluid, to be clear. He did say the lineups are not set and solid.
Okay.
Torre reminds me a lot of Draymond Green. He's got a lot of that hustle and rebound, and he's aggressive. He flails his arms. He sells it a little bit, but I would rather Texas have an aggressive natured guy than to have a lapdog.
Mark, it's so easy to forget that. Remember, there were so many times last year, Kendall Weaver was his team's best rebounder, right? Outside of Arthur Kaluma. And even Arthur Kaluma is 6'7". He's naturally a 3, naturally a wing, right? Arthur Kaluma is 6'7", 210. You're talking about a guy in Lacina Traore who's 6'10", 6'9", 6'10", 245, okay? So he is more equipped. Even if that's your second best rebounder, that's better. You're in much better shape as opposed to last year with Caden Shedrick and, Kaluma and Zarek Onyema and others, right? So that to me stood out to where, listen, I understand. Some Texas fans, I don't know what the read you guys got, but on our boards, we're frustrated. Oh, man, it's another 15-point loss. Why are you trying to make more of this than it was? You have to watch the game to see the way the team played. And they were playing the number 6 team in the nation. One of the nation's top recruits, Cameron Boozer.
They're going to be better than that. They're going to be a top 4 team within the next 3 to 5 games.
Right. So let's at least try to measure that against the level of competition they were playing.
Well, not only that, we're talking to Eric Henry of Horns 247. You can follow him at Eric C. Henry _. The one thing that I liked about the basketball team that I could tell, they were running some sets. They actually had some plays. You can see that it's still a work in progress because there were multiple times that Dylan Swain was telling people, go through to make sure that he could get to where he needed to because he knows that offense. So now it's just everybody else getting caught up to what it's supposed to look like. Look, they're going to get challenged early. That's perfect. That's what we need to see. They're going to get some games where they can actually go through the actual motion of the actual play to where it's going to look a lot better. So, yes, it's going to be some time to work this out.
No, Hardge, you talked about kind of Dalen Swain. I think that's another aspect where if you just look at the offense, right? Tremont Mark is a natural initiator, but this is his first year in the offense, right? Kendall Weaver, not really a 1, Yeah. Swain is clearly the guy that I think in the early part of the year, so I'm glad you brought him up, they're going to have to run the offense through him because he knows what Sean Miller is looking for, right? And then as the guards, Texas only had 6 assists. And again, Sean Miller said post-game that that's unacceptable. And, I don't want to bash Rodney Terry. I'm glad RT got, another job with the New Orleans Pelicans as a scout and doing some things with ESPN. But I will say the level of transparency post-game was also refreshing. Sean Miller just flat out acknowledging that's not acceptable in terms of the assists and the pace, right? Yep. He said, Sean Miller didn't say, hey, it's early in the year. Guys are still getting acclimated. He said, we should be able to control playing with pace. regardless of whether it's game one or game wherever, we should be able to play with better pace. So that was also refreshing as well. But to your point, yeah, I think Dalen Swain will have to kind of be the offense initiator in the early going.
So we wanted to ask you too, since we're here, let's talk a little football. Texas coming out in the initial rankings at number 11. A lot of folks are like ourselves are looking at it and say they still have everything in front of them. They'll have an opportunity to make that move. So what was your initial thoughts and your staff over there, initial thoughts talking about Texas being number 11?
I personally, I thought it was the right spot for them. Here's why. As you said, everything is in front of them. Texas has the opportunity to answer whatever questions you may have about them. They have the opportunity to answer it going to Georgia and facing A&M. Those are two teams that are ahead of them in the rankings, right? To me, I understand, okay, you could make a case for maybe a little bit higher, but especially in the SEC. And I say this, you heard Steve Sarkisian start to make the case for a three-loss SEC team in the college football playoff, right? The SEC is going to get 4 teams, and especially with the group of 5, where the group of 5 team, the group of 5 representative is guaranteed 1 spot, right? But I could easily see if that group of 5 representative is say, hey, a team that they don't necessarily deem being in the top 12 as they see right now, then they're going to put a 5th SEC team in the college football playoff. So because of that, yeah, I think if you are a Oklahoma or a Texas, Oklahoma doesn't necessarily have a ton in front of them. They kind of, their schedule, it was what it was. It was front loaded. But if you're Texas, you can earn your spot by simply going out there and beating, I would say, one of the two in Georgia.
That's extremely true, but I still think that Virginia and Notre Dame, Texas should have been ahead of.
The Virginia case, Mark, is pretty strong because we see, that Florida State win. And listen, I'm not the guy who says, oh, look what the team did afterwards, right? No, when that team walked into Charlottesville, they were the number 6-7 team in the nation, right? So give them credit, but you do see what happened to to Florida State afterwards, right? This is a point, Mark, that I think this is Texas's strongest point, and this was disappointing. And I'm sure you guys heard the words of the committee. I can't remember if it was Ward Manuel, is one of the committee representatives who said that they're not taking into account non-conference schedule, or at least not heavily accounting it, right? So what is Texas's incentive to play a Michigan, to play an Ohio State, to play an Alabama when it was not a conference game early, right? You may as well go schedule FCS teams. And of course, Texas is one of the few programs that has not played an FCS team, I believe, in Steve Sarkisian's tenure. I don't know how long it's been prior to that, right? What incentive do they have? They might as well get these, high profile, Notre Dame's, Ohio State's, et cetera, get them off the schedule. If you're not going to wholly take that into account come college football playoff time, what are we doing? Right. So that's something that I think you really have to take into account as well.
As always, man, you bring the heat and we appreciate it. And I'm glad that you got rid of the Beijing early because you get that unit on top, man. It changes your life. So I appreciate you looking out.
No Steve Harvey. No Steve Harvey, baby.
There he is. Our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247. Make sure you check out his work and follow him because he does cover basketball and baseball as well. So he's very well connected. As always, Z, appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, Ken.
All right, there he is, Eric Henry of Horns 247. When we come back, we're going to do that hockey. Yeah, there's some special things that have happened on the ice, and I want to know what you can compare it to right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Fall in Texas means one thing: Texas Longhorns football. And you won't miss a snap all season long right here on 1300 The Zone. Touchdown, Texas! Your home for the Horns. Hook 'em.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Some good news on 183 northbound. The earlier crash around Loop 360 has been taken care of, but there is a new stalled vehicle going northbound on I-35 at Breaker Lane. It has the right lane blocked off. There's also a wreck on Breaker Lane at Lamar Boulevard and some stop-and-go speeds northbound on I-35 from Highway 45 to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian, There's nothing like it.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there too.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your sixth graders' soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Kuselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
When it comes to getting a new car, trust is important, and you can trust the gang at Apple Leasing. They've been in Austin for over 30 years, hundreds and hundreds of customers, and a lot of them, most of them, are return customers because they get such a great deal and great service from Apple Leasing. You can lease any make or any model that you want with one phone call. Call them at 512-346-9977. Again, that number, 512-346-9977. The car you're driving right now, yeah, you can trade it in and get into something that's brand new with all the latest and greatest technology. And what I think is the best part, it's under warranty. So for the life of the lease, no surprise repair bills. Call them today, 512-346-9977. Of course, you can shop them online as well, appleleasing.com. Call them, though, 512-346-9977.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeart Radio app.
You let him try violin because you love him. And if you love him that much, love him enough to make sure he's buckled up and in the back seat. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em, Horns.
Great stuff from our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247, as he continues to bring the heat. You know, some of the conversation that we always have is about great sporting events. We've been able to witness some of the greatest in sports, and it continued last night as we can understand what Mr. Ovechkin, Alex Ovechkin, was able to achieve last night in hockey, where we get ready to do that hockey.
As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
Ovechkin, quick relay comes to the point. Shetland fires, just missed. Ovechkin turns, he scores! The Great Eight is the one and only at 900.
Jubilation here at Capital One Arena, and we're going to see the changing of the numbers to 900 in his 1,504th game. And at home, he has been money. 442nd goal on home ice in his career. Fans are loving it. They're on their feet cheering their favorite, the Great Eight.
Let the confetti fly. Slapshot presides over 900.
Think about that, man. Think about the fact that you have been so good at what you do that you have reached a goal that no one else has been able to do in a regular season matchup. I mean, in regular season. He's still second behind Gretzky in total goals, including playoffs. He's at 977, but Gretzky's at 1,016. But you start to understand the talent it is for a guy, think about this, that has playing a very, very physical sport and for having that much longevity. That's amazing to me.
And to stay healthy all these years. He's kind of like the Cal Ripken of hockey. Like there's not many guys that have played as long and as effectively as he has. And been able to do all the things. You see the backhand goal he made?
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, he's doing like trick shot Larry Bird, Michael Jordan off the wall, over the count, like just really impressive things.
Yeah. So and how fast he's been able to achieve all of these events. When he got to 100, he had only played 167 games. When he got to 200, he had only played 296 games. 300, 473, 400, 636, 500, 800 games, 600, 990, 700, 1144, 800, 1305. And last night he got to 900 in his 1,500 in 4 games.
That's a lot of hockey.
Yeah, that's a lot of hockey, but it's also a lot of consistency for him. That's why he's Alex the Great, and he's been able to be that talented. And I was thinking about it this morning. Like, you look at the all-time leading scorer, LeBron James now. Look how long he had to play to get to those numbers. You look at Barry Bonds in the 762 in home runs, and you look at, you have to be talented, and he's been walked a lot. And, different things. You look at the 2,000-yard rushers in single seasons, and you still have only a few that have been able to do that.
Yeah, just a handful.
There's just so much. Look at what Messi's been able to do, him and Ronaldo going back and forth about the goal scorers and who is the best goal scorers in hockey. The stolen bases from Ricky Henderson, that's something that'll never be broken. Nobody will ever steal as many bases as Ricky Henderson was able to steal in his career, because those are the types of things that you continue to look at and you say, why, how did this happen? And it's just one of those things that you believe when you look at these records, they are put out there to not be broken.
Well, some people are in that rarefied air, and Ovechkin is one of those guys. Shout out to him, and he lives hockey.
Yeah.
He's the poster child and the world spokesman for the sport now. I mean, we always looked at Gretzky as being that guy.
He definitely is.
And Gretzky is always going to be mentioned. But right now, there's no one in hockey that's greater than the Great Eight.
No doubt about it. Great stuff. Can he get to 1,000? We don't know. He may be done after this, because that's just what he may say, I'm finished after this year. I've done enough. You know what I'm saying? Then go spend time with your family. You've done enough.
They'll be on his nerves.
They will be. They'll be right back
And
out. He'll be right back
he'll
out
be right
there.
back in training camp.
Talking about let's do that hockey. Let's do that hockey. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is just around the corner. Prediction time. Let's get our picks in for entertainment purposes only. Right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
You know, Hardge, starting my day off the right way is a big deal, and that includes taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beat Heart Chews by Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You probably seen their logo on the field. I know, yeah, Human with 2 N's. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure, nearly 2 times more effective than diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great, they're easy to take, they become part of my daily routine. Super Beat Heart Chews also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now, and it even comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/mark and check it out. That's human.com/mark, spell human with 2 N's, and enter the promo code MARK and check out and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get a $500,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at henna.com. Together, let's drive.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. Can I run payroll too?
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
Makita knows that pros never settle, and neither do we. With Makita, you get tools that perform at the highest level on every job without compromise. Makita is for the most detailed pros, expertly engineered to deliver precision, job after job. When your work calls for the best, call on Makita. Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
There's a party in your pocket.
The free iHeartRadio app. Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
And with one tap, they all become presets.
Make sure the free iHeartRadio app is on your smartphone now.
The #1 app for radio.
iHeartRadio. From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Good morning, Kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. In hour number 1, we had Vic Schaefer talking about their big-time matchup this weekend and the expectations of this basketball team. We also got a chance to talk to our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247, as he breaks it down like no other. And we got a chance to talk a little bit of hockey about Alex Ovechkin and what he brings to the table and what he does for hockey. But right now, we're going to get into our picks. But first, Mark, you want to give a shout-out real quick?
Man, I got to give a shout-out to my guy, Coach Sion Williams. He just said he brought us these beautiful Shipley's donuts. You can go to Facebook and our social media pages and see the video we just shot of all of this food. There's no way. And there's a cronut in there. You had a cronut before?
Never heard of a cronut.
It's a donut, but it's a croissant too.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I love those. But
sounds like it.
I'm excited, man, to have this relationship with Shipley's and get out to Dripping Springs. You'll see the address on there and we'll have a good time.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, you know what time it is. It's time for entertainment purposes only.
Oh.
Let's get into the picks. Last week, Mark Henry, you had a great week, 4-2, first time all year. And Marcus, you did not have a great week. I was at the middle of the road, 3-3. So we will get this thing started with Mark Henry.
Are we going pro or college?
We're going college first.
We're going college. All right. Oh, man. What was my first pick?
Mark's first pick is going to be Texas A&M. Texas A&M is a 6.5-point favorite over Missouri. And Mark took Texas A&M.
Yes,
I am going against Mark, and I am taking Missouri to cover the 6.5. A&M is going on the road. It's an early ball game or mid-afternoon. Let's see how that plays out. I am taking Missouri plus 6.5. Marcus.
After a couple of weeks of being undefeated in college football, and I tanked it last week, I'm going to go back to what works. I'm taking Houston plus the 1.5 versus UCF.
He's taking H-Town with the get down plus 1.5. Marcus?
I'm going BYU plus 10 versus Texas Tech.
Mark Henry?
I'm going BYU and Texas Tech, but I'm going Texas Tech.
Minus 10. Marcus went BYU plus 10. Mark went Texas Tech minus 10. Your last and final college pick, Mark Henry. Oh, wait. I got to give you Jackson State. I took Jacksonville State. I took them minus 1.5. They have a matchup against UTEP. We've seen UTEP. I'm rolling with Jacksonville State. Final college pick, Mark Henry.
I'm going to go Iowa beating Oregon.
Beating them or just
beating them?
Okay. We're going to give you the plus 6.5.
Give me the plus 6.5.
I'm not going to take – you want me to give you money line or you want 6.5?
I'm going to go with the win.
Oh, well, I'm changing it. You're going money line for that
I'm
one.
going money line.
Okay. Okay.
Must be the money.
He's taking Iowa to beat Oregon.
If it was Iowa State, I would pick Iowa State because, Coach is an Iowa State guy.
Got you. Marcus?
Indiana minus 14.5 versus Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State, they're
Blowout
in peril.
City.
We don't know what they are doing. I am taking UNLV minus 4.5 over Colorado State. So the college picks, I have Jacksonville State minus 1.5. I've got Missouri plus 6.5, and I took UNLV minus 4.5. Mark Henry took Texas A&M minus 6.5, Texas Tech minus 10, and Iowa to win the game money line. We'll see how that plays out. Marcus went BYU plus 10, H-Town plus 1.5, and Indiana minus 14.5. Now let's go to the NFL. Mark Henry, kick us off.
All right. I don't want to do it, but I have to do it. I'm going Jaguars over the Texans, Marcus. Sorry.
-1.5. He took the Jags -1.5 over the Texans. Marcus.
I don't believe I'm doing this, but it's because who they playing. I'm taking the Browns -2.5 versus the Jets.
That's why.
Okay,
That's why. That's hey. It's all about the win. Hey, just on and off the court, it's all about the win. I'm taking the Bears -4.5. I'm just liking what the Bears have been able to do. They gave us a scare last week, but I think they're going to bounce back and get the dub. I'm also taking the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers this week -5.5. I like the Panthers -5.5. Mark Henry?
You know, as much as I love Baker Mayfield, I'm going to have to go with the Patriots this week.
Ooh. Patriots +2.5. The Patriots are +2.5 over the Bucks. Marcus.
Bills -9.5 because they're playing the Dolphins. Always bet against the Dolphins.
Yep, because we will have what in the world did Mike McDaniel say on Monday. So we will have that for you as well. Marcus, staying with you on your final pick.
The Lions -7.5 versus the Commanders.
The Lions -7.5. The Commanders will be without Jaden Daniels. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. Mark Henry.
I'm going to go Rams over the 49ers. The Rams have been shining lately, and I don't see anything any different.
-4.5, the Rams over the Niners.
Fighting Matt Stafford.
And I am taking the Seattle Seahawks, the Fighting Sam Darnolds, going up against the Kyler Murray-less Arizona Cardinals. That game is a 6.5-point line, so I am taking the Seahawks. So my final NFL picks, the Bears -4.5, the Panthers -5.5, and the Seahawks -6.5. And I didn't do that on purpose. Mark Henry is taking the Jags -1.5, the Patriots +2.5, and of course the Rams -4.5. Marcus is taking the Browns -2.5, the Bills -9.5, and the Lions -7.5. And just remember, folks, entertainment purposes only.
And if you have a problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
That's right, because that will get you back on track, or it'll be a gamble to call them. I don't know. You just got to make it happen.
Wow.
A line just changed, as a matter of fact, on the over-under as I'm looking at it right now. I do want to go back to something that I think is important, and that's the Texas Longhorn football team. And the biggest takeaway from these rankings, and our guy Joel Klatt was talking about all of this and what this means for the Texas Longhorns.
The biggest takeaway from these rankings is Texas at 11. Texas as a 9-3, as the committee is telling us, is absolutely alive for the playoff. When I see where they're sitting, I absolutely get it. Number one, their loss was the opening week of the season, one of their losses, to Ohio State on the road, which is right now the number one team in the country as the committee views it. And here's something that you have to understand is that behind closed doors, the strong push is to make sure that we're valuing teams that schedule difficult non-conference games. Well, Texas scheduling the Ohio State game, the committee is not going to want to knock them for that. They're not going to want to put them down for losing that game on the road the opening week of the season with a brand new quarterback. Some people agree with that. Some don't. Okay. Now, that's fine. I agree with that. We need to get to a place in college football where we encourage games like that in the non-conference. And guess what? Texas has so much ammunition left on their schedule that them being at 11 right now, they're still in a good position whether they win out or not. Now, they can't go 8-4, obviously. But they still have two monster games in the SEC right now left on their schedule in their last three. They've got to go to Georgia November 15th. Then they're going to have Arkansas at home and Texas A&M. at home. So bang, my biggest takeaway again is the committee is telling us that a 9-3 Texas team is not only in the mix, but maybe likely in.
Wow.
And that's something that we heard from Eric Henry talking about the scheduling, how this all goes about. And you have to look at it in a different way. The way that Texas has been able to present this is something that at the beginning of the year, at the Florida matchup, it was a different thought process. They were like, we got to battle uphill. We got to see what's happening. You're seeing everybody in front of you. But as we watch this team get these victories in these last couple weeks, we see them changing and headed in the right direction.
Well, I'm hoping that that's the case, but I've been hoping for this all along. The last two games being in DKR and Texas having a chance to seal their own fate, and that's all you can ask for.
Right. As you start to understand what's going on, you say, all right, here's where the Texas football team is now, but here's what's in front of them, and here's how they can get themselves in the right spot. And I love what he said about Coach Sark and his thought process of putting out there about a 3-loss team getting into the college football playoff. Not because he thinks that's going to happen, but it was more about what's going on with these schedules and how you
think
get in.
There'll be more than one?
More than one what?
Three loss teams.
No.
There'll only be one?
There will only be one, if one. If one. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. But coming up next, we're going to continue the conversations. The NFL, big weeks, some movers and some shakers. Who won in the trade deadline matchups and who lost? Yeah, there was a lot of losers in this one. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The voice of the Horns, Craig Way on 1300 The Zone, weekdays at 2.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank. That's bank. Enter it now.
AM 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
Going southbound on Mopac, watch out for a stalled vehicle blocking off the right lane at B Caves Road. We also have a stalled vehicle in the left lane on 183 southbound at FM 812, but some good news on I-35 southbound. The stalled vehicle at Breaker has cleared, but still been a 15-minute delay from Wells Branch Parkway. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Mark Henry here. Did you know that since 1936, Shipley's Donuts has been a Texas tradition? And now Dripping Spring is waking them up. They serve fresh, hot-baked donuts, kolaches, and hot coffee. Get out to 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They open bright at 5 a.m. Grab you a dozen. Okay, grab 2 dozen, but I suggest more than one at least. Shipley's Donut. You can order them online at shipleysdonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy. Shipley's Donuts, West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Bex has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
Yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
Out of data.
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes! Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report, United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch, because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 25 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shields Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000. Void in Mississippi.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text EDGE to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text EDGE to 321-321. That's EDGE to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Our blood runs orange.
Good stuff. Talking about our picks and, of course, listening to what Joel Klatt had to say about the Texas football team, the opportunities that are in front of them, and what can happen moving forward. They have the right and the team to be able to lead themselves into the playoffs for the third consecutive year since Coach Sark has been at the University of Texas. They continue to make moves, and that is what it's all about. Now let's get into the NFL, because the NFL has had a bunch of crazy dealings over the last couple days. Obviously, you start to look and see what teams got better, what player got a new lease on life. So for the Dallas Cowboys, which I'm glad it's a bye week, to be perfectly honest with you, for the Cowboys, because as you start to think about where this team is headed, what is going on, what are the areas of concern, and one of the biggest areas of concern was being able to stop the run. When they made the trade for Kenny Clark to come and replace Micah Parsons in that trade, you started to understand that this was a movement to shore up the run defense. Well, shoring up the run defense never happened because he was still not being able to stop the run. Teams were still being able to gash us up the middle and setting up that play action. What we saw the other night from Jacoby Brissett was not good. If you're a Dallas Cowboy fan and you started to understand that Jerry keeps talking about all in, but it never seemed to be all in. Well, he goes out, he goes and gets a player with the backing of Quinnen Williams, somebody that's a former All-Pro, big-time player, but his numbers this year haven't been the same. And so do you consider the Cowboys a winner? I do not. I still look at them and saying that this has got to be something that's building for next year, because building for next year is not what Cowboy fans wanted to hear. When the season starts, we are all thinking that you have an opportunity to get into the playoffs and let the chips fall where they may. I even went so far as placing a wager when I was in Las Vegas on the Cowboys over under, and I might have to sell that ticket to the highest bidder, and I won't get my money back. So because they're sitting at a spot where you got to tie, you losing games that you shouldn't lose, and now everything is uphill. So I'm not sure how this is going to play out. For Sauce Gardner, somebody who seemed to be uninspired in New York, he's a winner because now he wakes up and he's dealing with a team that is 7-2, and they are really talented. So for me, looking at Sauce Gardner and him going to the Indianapolis Colts, this is a new ownership. This is a owner that stands on the sidelines and listens to the calls that are being made and understanding what the need is. This is a big move for the Colts, who has struggled over the last few years. They haven't done much of anything to get over the hump. They were dealing with the quarterback issues. They seem to have found their quarterback with Daniel Jones, and this seems to be one of those moves that is, we're going to try to win now, because you're going to have to go up against a Patrick Mahomes. You're going to have to go up against a Josh Allen. You're going to have to go up against those wide receivers in AFC. And there's a lot of talent on both of these, on a lot of those teams in the AFC.
Yeah, the Colts are just definitely showing that they're actually all in.
Right. They're making moves that looks to say that we are going to try to win it and win it now.
Well, they're seeing the opportunity. You know, the opportunities don't come all the time. So you have an opportunity. You gotta jump on it.
You definitely do, because if you start to look at the standings of the playoff picture and where everyone is, the New England Patriots are sitting at 7-2. The Buffalo Bills are at 6-2. The Pittsburgh Steelers are sitting at 5-3. They are 2 games up on the Baltimore Ravens, who are now getting Lamar Jackson back and playing at a high level. You look at what the Cincinnati Bengals are. They're 3-6. They're not really worried about them right now. But you get into your AFC South, you have the Colts sitting at 7-2. You have the Jacksonville Jaguars sitting at 5-3. And if you would have told me that the Jaguars would have been at this position this far into the season, I wouldn't have thought it. But Liam Cohen has done a really good job in that division. The Texans, what are they going to be? They're playing this week without C.J. Stroud, and a lot of folks are looking at Davis Mills. And again, I've said it before, and I'm going to always say it, you have to have a high-quality backup. You cannot just get a guy that you think he can hold it down for just a little bit. No, you look at what Jacoby Brissett is doing. Kyler Murray now is sitting on the bench, and people are wondering if he's going to go back and play baseball, because the team plays better without him on the field. They're putting up more points.
Maybe a little Call of Duty.
Or maybe some more Call of Duty. But then you also have the Denver Broncos, the Chargers, and the Chiefs all sitting at 7-2, 6-3, and 5-4.
It's crazy how the Chiefs have just got back in it.
Right.
They looked doom and gloom earlier in the season, and now they're right in it.
They're right into the mix, and they still have that enough time that if they can, right the ship and get everybody on the same page, get the defense to get some stops. Last week, Josh Allen played his behind off. There was a stat that came out that Josh Allen played the best game that he ever had against the Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes played his worst game that he ever had against the Buffalo Bills.
And they barely won.
And it was a one-score game. Well, so it is crazy to think about the separation that you have in the NFL when you look at how close every single team is. So that is why you're impressed to see what the Colts were able to do, to go out and get a defensive back like Sauce Gardner, who a lot of people considered one of the best coming out of the draft, but number 2, one of the best in the league. But he just seemed to be uninspired in New York because he was playing for a team that is 1-7. So you look at that, and everybody can say, well, the Jets have won this because they got all those picks. But haven't they had all those picks before? Wasn't Sauce Gardner a first-round pick? Wasn't Quentin Williams a first-round pick? Didn't they have Zach Wilson as their first-round pick?
Yeah, it's about who's making those picks.
Exactly. And Garrett Wilson was a first-round pick. He's the one that I feel bad for.
Yeah.
He's stuck there.
Him and Hall.
Right. Brees Hall, he was another
And
guy that
especially
was
for
talking
Brees
about.
Hall being a running back, your time is limited in this league.
No doubt. So you start to understand what it looks like, and it is tough to be one of those guys that doesn't get a chance to leave. You got to stay there and just take it. But as you look across the NFL, tonight we have a big matchup. We'll talk about that to end the show. But you have C.J. Stroud that is going to be out, concussion protocol, not playing. And you have Kyler Murray. This is the bigger story for me, is this Kyler Murray story. Because if you look around the NFL and you look at the quarterbacks that are being successful, it's the ones that aren't trying to make the big play. It's the ones that are actually running the offense the way it's supposed to be run. It's the guys that can rip the ball down the middle of the seam to split a tight end going up the middle. You saw the throw that Jacoby Brissett was making. By the way, he was playing against air because the Cowboys defense was playing in Bell County,
I thought
and they should have been
skating.
playing. Yeah, they were doing that too. They were shaking and baking like they were on the basketball court. But you start to understand that when a guy is running the system, it looks a little bit different. The reports are Kyler Murray likes to freelance a lot. He's always looking for that big play instead of running the play that's being asked of him. And that is what has created this disdain for Kyler Murray in Phoenix. I got a friend of mine, she was just here for the missus's birthday, and they were talking about how Kyler Murray they want him out of Arizona. And I find that really strange because he is a talented quarterback. I just do believe that he has to be reined in a little bit to understand that if we stay within the
Yeah, he got off to a
parameters.
bad start because who his head coach it was.
Right.
With Kingsbury coming in there
But they fit well because of the way that the offense was when
yeah,
they
but
changed
he's
it.
still in that mindset.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's definitely needs to change some things about it. But as you know, when things like this happen, the controversy always comes up because teams are trying to win games to get into the playoffs, and they feel like that's a lot of money sitting on that bench with Kyler Murray. So we'll see what ends up happening as they get ready for a big weekend. But you know what time it is? It's time for the WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, the Mark Henry, bringing you his World's Strongest Take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
The right lane remains blocked off by a stalled vehicle southbound on Mopac at B Caves Road. There's also a stall in the left lane on 183 southbound at FM 812, a new crash on Ross Road at Highway 71, and a 25-minute out-of-your drive-through congestion on I-35 northbound from Highway 45 to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fostick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Bet Online.
With football season in full swing, the World Series, and basketball season tipping off, there's no better place to get in on the action than Bet Online, your number one source for all things sports. Head to Bet Online today, because at Bet Online, the game starts here.
You got those friends that party so hard in the parking lot that some folks, they just party too hard. They never make it into the stadium. And honestly, can you blame them? You got burgers, you got friends, and of course, you got those ice cold Bud Light that sometimes makes it the best seat in the parking lot. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your Valpak Blue Envelope of Savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit Valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak, and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and in your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, sunshine for your Thursday, a high of 85. Mostly clear tonight, a low of 62. On Friday, sunshine, a high of 90. Tomorrow night's low in the upper 50s.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Sports on iHeartRadio.
Throws low and it's incomplete. The Jets are going to win it. It'll be victory formation.
The new NBA season, the NHL, huge college football rivalries, the start of college basketball, and of course the NFL. Don't miss a second of the greatest reality show on the planet. Sports, play-by-play, podcasts, and local stations where you can join the conversation with real people.
At what point do you fire the guy?
Open the free iHeart app and search your favorite league to start listening.
Coach Sark here. 1300 The Zone is your flagship home for the Texas Longhorns.
That's what I do! That's what I
do! You heard the beat drop. That can only mean one thing. WWE Hall of Famer and the world's strongest man, D. Mark Henry, brings you his world's strongest take. Take it away, big fella.
Hardge?
Yes?
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. Marcus. Back then they didn't know me, but now I'm hot. They all on me. Well, it happened. For the first time of the season, I've been a Los Angeles Lakers fan since 1978. I've been a Spurs fan since I came to Austin in 89, and it was very hard last night watching the Spurs and the Lakers play. Because I just said to Hardge, it was like watching my brother have a fight with my best friend. And I was told to stay out of it. I just sat there just watching back and forth.